You're up, Joe.
We're live.
I was waiting on the. Sorry. This meeting is being recorded.
Wrong app.
This is a meeting? Oh, shit.
We are live on the Believe in Monsters podcast on another Tuesday evening, breaking down Chicago Bears football. Lucas Berry, Chris Krogman, and Joe Gaither all hanging out with you on the Believe in Monsters podcast as a part of the Believe Network. Big thanks to the Believe Network for putting us on. You can go give us a follow at BIM_pod, or you can find our friend Chris Krogman at ShyBears1985. Find Lucas Berry at LBerry_40, and find myself at Joe Gaither6 here to break down the dismal Thursday night episode. Thursday night episode of As the Bears Turn. The Bears losing 12-7 to the Washington Commanders, giving away another game to the NFC least, the bottom dweller. So now, I don't know, the Bears officially claiming the mantle of the worst team in the NFC. I guess we'll fight with the Lions on that in a couple of weeks. But we're here to break it all down, lick our wounds, and find out if there's any path forward for our Bears this year, or what the best course of action is for the team. Before we kind of break it all down, we'll check in with the guys. Lucas Berry, how we doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well. Tough game obviously on Thursday. That was pretty tough to watch. I put the stamp of approval on the Bears win. I feel like they should have won. I really feel like Washington didn't do anything to win that game. I mean, honestly, I thought the Bears dominated pretty much from start to finish, and obviously the Velus Jones gift wrap goal line play gave Washington the game, but just a tough one to watch. I mean, the Bears are bad, but hey, maybe losing these in the long run, like I said previously, is a good thing. Get us that higher draft pick. I'd rather have that than beat some of these teams like Washington and New York and finish with 7 or 8 wins and not make the playoffs. That's probably the worst thing you can do. So I guess in the long run of things, it is all right, but a lot to break down with the Bears and what's next. And we'll go from there. Chris, how are you doing?
Overall, well, I went to a wedding over the weekend in Minnesota, drove from Denver to Minnesota Saturday, and then again on Monday, because I'm an idiot. It wasn't that bad. It's 13 hours. I'll never get back, but both ways, so 26 total hours. Probably pushing 30 actually when you break down all the stops and shit. But it was disappointing to lose that game, but I wouldn't go as far as to say I was, like I hated watching it or anything, or it was hard to watch, because Bears dominated that game for the most part. They moved the ball up and down the field on the Manders, had multiple shots inside the 10. I wouldn't say Velus Jones necessarily gave them the game, considering all the other shit show plays that they decided to miss on. But the timing of that drop was obviously terrible. But yeah, like just not being able to put it in the end zone. And we can talk about all 3 of the inside the 5 fails as we get into it, but like I'm not saying I was encouraged by any stretch of that by the outcome, but there was plenty of positives in that game. Even including Justin's play in a lot of ways. It's just putting it all together that needs to happen. Joe is very unhappy. He thinks Justin was terrible as usual.
Well, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that good by any means.
I didn't say he was good. He had positive plays though. That touchdown pass was fucking ridiculous.
The one that Amazon missed.
I don't know. I don't know. I've seen it like 10
They
times.
missed it. They missed it live. All I saw.
No, I was watching on the Prime Vision, and they called it on the Prime Vision camera.
I was watching the regular broadcast. They were in a replay. I come back, and all you see is Pettis like this in the end zone. I'm like, oh my god, of course. And then they like show. They didn't even show what happened. They just show Fields on his back and then doing push-ups. And then like, holy shit, guy got crushed throwing that. And then I realized it was just Braxton Jones getting thrown into his lap.
Yeah, Fields had multiple runs.
Montez Sweat destroyed him.
Insane. Yeah, Montez Sweat was all up in Fields' business the whole game.
So help me out, Chris. Besides that pass, which I agree, definitely positive. What other positives?
The last drive,
dude. That 50-yard run to get us within the 5 to close the game out. He also had plenty of other.
Those last two passes were insane
to get him open. The pass to the fucking ISM or whatever was on the money. He just dropped it. The pass to Mooney is fine. It could have been.
The Pettis was insane. Is that what you're talking about? The one where the guy had his arm over Pettis's like face mask and he like.
Oh yeah, dude. I can't believe that didn't get called. And like,
it was still hands, dude. The fact that when he threw that, I thought he threw it away. I was like, all right, he's just throwing.
Oh yeah, and it still hit him in the hands. Yeah, I can't believe like. And I tell you guys this every game because I absolutely cannot stand commentators because they build a narrative and then like I couldn't believe how many people were picking the Commanders to win the game first and foremost with the Bears at home and a 1-point spread or whatever you want to call it, 1.5 either way. And to have the Bears as well as they played in the Minnesota game, to have the commenters straight slurping the freaking Commanders who were not good. You scored 12 fucking points against like
they're terrible.
You know what? This team that's supposed to be so bad, but the commentators are just all over. You know how great Carson Wentz was. Fucking terrible. He did not break 100 yards, and they're talking about how bad the Bears offense was. Like, oh yeah, Al Michaels said some shit about the Bears have 117 yards rushing and only 52 yards passing. At that time, the fucking Commanders had 88 total yards. It pisses me off. If I could link up any other audio sound with my video that I'm watching, I would do it because it just drives me wrong. But anyway, I can't believe they had some shit to say about how they didn't call PI on that play. Like that was blatant. He had his arm around him, pulling him down. Whatever though. Poor guy got carted off the field, or left the field hurt. So I mean, I don't wish injury upon anybody, but fucking shit happens when you play the game like that. But honestly, in my opinion, Bears had almost double the total yards.
Dude, they
almost double the passing yards.
This would have been the second
rushing yards.
The second highest yardage output of all of last year.
They had 5.7 yards per play to Washington's 4. They had 33% more first downs. They were way more third down efficient. Washington was 2 of 11. Bears were 5 of 13. Like the Bears ran 70 fucking plays. The Commanders ran 53. Bears allowed 5 sacks. Like we'll get into who that's on. You know, it's because it's everybody. It's not just Justin holding on to the ball too long, which is the big narrative this week. ESPN putting out statistics that say the Bears have the highest pass block win rate,
second,
but also the highest in history pressure rate. Those two things cannot be accurate at the same time. That is not a thing.
The guy's justification of that was that pressure is a QB stat as well.
Pressure your butthole with your thumb, bro. Fuck that shit. I don't know what the hell that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm fucking irritated. Like and Lucas, everything you said to preface, you know, with like tanking or better draft pick, that's all fine. That's all well and good. But like, okay, Joe, there was a great throw to Komet in the first drive. There was A good throw to Mooney on an out route that he scampered up the sidelines. Like, he had some good plays. He had some bad plays too. You know, I don't give a fuck who you are. He missed Ryan Griffin by a goddamn mile. Don't tell me he's running too slow. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Saw some asshole on Twitter say, if you think this is Justin's fault, we don't need to talk football anymore. Cool, bro. Blocked and reported. You're a fucking idiot because you can't hit that dude on the chin. He's 6'5", 240. Like, he's wide open, bro.
He's running in cement, dude.
I don't care if he's running in wet galoshes in cement, bro. I don't care. He's what? Then the defender was dead on the field because the guy was still wide open, even if he's running in wet cement. Yeah, Fields throwing it off of Payne's helmet. That play is wide open on the front side of fucking ESB. That was a miss. There was a play right before the last Mooney drop where Mooney is lined up in the backfield. He's on a linebacker in man coverage, and Fields throws it to him, but the defender gets his hands up and hits the ball, and that's the game winner. I mean, Mooney catches that. He darts inside and smokes that linebacker. This has happened 2 times this year where our tackles don't. We were always taught when I was growing up and I played O-line, when it's a quick play, you take the crown of your helmet and you put it in the defender's nutsack. And he's not going to jump. He's not going to put his hands up. He cares more about his balls than he does about batting the ball down. So Larry Borum, whatever Jones's first name is, fucking stick your head in that dude's dick next time and let's complete some passes. Rant over.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the good things that you're saying, but you still play like fucking dog shit in the red zone, which is the most important area. You hit the miss pass to Griffin, which I don't care about other people's narratives. Oh, he ran too slow. I mean, goodness gracious, he was wide open. Goodness gracious, it's not. I say it's not a difficult throw. I'm sure. I'm not an NFL quarterback, but pretty much any base level NFL quarterback should be making that throw. It's from 7 yards away. And it's literally a drop in the bucket. You have to hit it. And then, yeah, you've got the wide open. You've got open Cole Kmet on the front side of the pass that goes off the offensive lineman's head. But come on, Justin, we can't be throwing balls off the lineman's head. You can't give up a game to the Commanders. You just illustrated, Krogman, with your beautiful numbers, how bad the Commanders are. You have to find your way in the end zone more than just the once on a bomb shot. And yes, the bomb shot was pretty. Thank you, Dante Pettis, for catching it. And way to stand in there, Justin Fields. The bomb shot was beautiful. But good God, man, we have to finish our drives. This is a team you have to beat. This is a team that if you don't beat, you're feeling like you got some major problems. And yeah, you outgained them 2-1, and you held them down on third down. Well, the Commanders suck. You should hold them down on third down. You should be outgaining them. You got to get your asses in the end zone. Get your butts in the end zone. You go 0 for 3 going down to the red zone in the first little bits of the game. And I thought to myself, that's not good. That's going to come back and get you. Like, where I'm at, Krogman, is I'm not watching this team live anymore. I'm just going to watch a replay where I can watch it in a couple minutes. This team's a waste of my 2.5 hours, my 3 hours. I'll watch him on NFL Plus in 40 minutes just to watch the game. They're a waste of time.
I mean, I don't blame you for any of that. You fan how you want to fan. You utilize your time God gave you however you want. But yeah, I mean, it was frustrating for sure. The outcome was frustrating. I made a halftime bet, Lucas, like we talked about. because they're a second half team and they were down 3-0. They should have easily stomped on that team's neck. So my MGM account is now closed because I got plus 155 and just emptied the clip. But whatever, it is what it is. Lucas, what are your takeaways overall?
I mean, we can sit here and harp on the negative all night and whatever. We can do that. I always look for the positives, or at least try to in most games. And I'm not disagreeing that Fields does have to hit those balls, but I would say if we think about all the times he escapes a sack and turns it into positive yards or a first down, and the whole team around him is doing absolutely nothing. Those kind of plays kind of fly under the radar that we don't really talk about. But if Nick Foles is back there, he's probably getting sacked 10 plus times a game because he can't fucking move out of the pocket. I don't know. I just think there's too much good to not have faith in the kid, at least for another year after this. And I'm not sure I've ever seen as polarizing as a quarterback as Fields, where he's so good at hitting the bomb plays and the big plays, but can't hit the short stuff. I can't remember that. It's almost unprecedented in the NFL. But the NFL is all about explosive plays. And, if that's who Fields is, and he's a 55% passer, but he hits 2 of those a game with a set of receivers, he'll be in the NFL for a long time doing that shit. So
100%,
I don't know.
100%.
I think if they
I
put
definitely believe in Justin. I do. It's just all the broken pieces around him that make it so hard to give the kid a chance.
But
he's not without fault either.
Sure.
But you're right. It's all the broken pieces around him. But
Sweat whipped Braxton Jones all game long. Like that singular matchup. That singular matchup hamstrung the offense the entire game.
The whole left side of the line is terrible. I mean, Lucas Patrick is abysmal. He's absolutely awful. I didn't think he would be this bad.
I think they need to, the plays that hit, they max protect or run, only run 2 routes, or Justin is moving. So more of those, obviously less of the 5 protect unless you're doing play action on first down, mixing that stuff. If you want to do 5 protect and send more people out into a route, then you gotta pick your spots, and you gotta be more surprising with it, is the best word I can come up with right now in my current state of frustration. But you gotta keep the defense guessing as to when you're gonna run Justin on some only having 5 people to protect, and that's play action, where it's a screen, or it's getting the defense to suck up or not know what he's going to do. Then obviously the more Justin runs or designed runs, the more the defense is going to respect that. So I still think that it's obviously the offensive line is not talented by any stretch of the imagination, but there are ways to continue to progress this offense by using, and I know Gus was kind of against it because they can't really dial up any concepts when they're bringing 7 dudes into block, that only gives you my math is terrible. 3 dudes to run routes or whatever, but whatever, man. Who cares? Protect him, give him time, and let him hit big shots like Lucas said. But letting these guys 5 protect is just not working unless it's on some those fake pitches and Justin rolls the other way. That shit's working. Or fucking boot with a single protector. That shit worked pretty well. Got some Justin some time. Had some wide open shots. So there are ways to continue to progress this offense, and you saw it in the numbers. The fucking biggest problem was not being able to score. They put 2 of those touchdowns in the end zone, or 2 of those chances in the end zone. This is a completely different score or completely different conversation, obviously. But
Yeah, the game flow goes completely different. Everything has changed. Everything.
Right. I think
You go into halftime up
we're 7.
10-3.
Right. We're what, 6 weeks in. So this is where I expected. This is where, like, going forward is where I'm going to basically judge the offense on. The first 5 weeks was more or less your, break it down into Matt Nagy terms, and we'll call this semesters. Like, this is 101, and now week 6 to 12 is 202, and then 12 to the end of the season. We better be fucking clicking on all cylinders as far as like execution goes. But that's my very frustrated take right now. So
Did you guys listen to like the post game or anything with those guys?
No, I couldn't give those guys a minute in my life.
I heard some talk, but go ahead, Lucas, break it down.
I just don't understand, a lot of these national media guys who are blaming the play calling or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're not playing to Justin's strengths. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Are they not seeing you can't run, 4 verticals with these receivers in this line? Like, I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't think the play calling's been all that bad for what they have. I mean, there's literally only so much you can do.
It's definitely not. It's definitely. I agree, Lucas. Not on the play calling. Go ahead.
I agree.
It's just that's my main point. I just don't understand. Like, I'm seeing a ton of people just be like, oh, they're blaming it on the coaching. It's like, and even some Bears fans are like comparing this to the Giants situation, who also aren't doing anything on offense. I'm just like, what?
Well, and like, I guess Whitworth said some shit about, they're trying to fit Justin into their system, and if he doesn't fit, they'll move on. And I don't see that at all. And besides, Justin fits in, that Justin could do the same shit that Aaron Rodgers can do. So I don't agree with that take at all.
I mean, you can only roll out and play action so many times. Like,
right, you can't do that all the time.
They're calling it a lot already. Like, you can't. What are you going to do? Call it every single play? Like, that's what he's good at, but you can't do it every play.
And like Gus said, the defense is giving up that guy in the box to basically shut that rollout down, to just blitz off the edge and shut that rollout down. There is no, like, normally you would see that defender follow that tackle's hip, crash down on him. Well, instead of doing that, he's just automatically coming upfield, and there's nothing. There's no chance for Justin to make any plays on that. So there is no play to Justin's strengths and roll him out more. Like, the only thing I could see is like that fucking 4th and 1 up the gut to Herbert, play action that and just run Justin on a rollout and score. Like, let him run that.
I do agree they need to run Justin more, like design QB run. But I mean, my counter argument to that myself, to play devil's advocate, is just the guy's getting crushed a ton already. Do you really want him taking unnecessary hits on your QB design runs?
Is he not the best slider of all these athletic quarterbacks ever, though? Like,
baseball slide pop up.
Think about Mike Vick's gross slide and like what he used to do to get himself killed. He almost like twisted his ankle every time he tried to slide. Or like Lamar doesn't know what he looks like he's falling down like Gumby. It's just Justin's very coordinated and knows how to
he's smooth with it, but he doesn't keep his head down. He does the baseball slide like he's going into second.
Well, he gets the penalty. It's too bad it's going to fucking cost him a concussion one of these times, but he gets the late hit penalty every time because he's got his head up.
We have the best quarterback slider in the league. Yes, hang the banner.
Man, it was way more fun when Joe was calling us the haters instead of the other way around. Jesus.
I mean, I still love Justin. I think he still is the guy, really. But what are you doing? Like, I got no faith in any of these receivers. Mooney is not excluded. I got no faith in the line.
He's just got to survive this year. That's really what it is. Can he survive this year without being broken physically and mentally? And if he does, I think he'll be the Bears QB. And maybe Ryan Poles is a sadistic asshole, and that's what he, dreamt all along, that if Fields survives this, he'll be the QB or some crazy fucking shit.
He's getting calloused.
Yeah, could you imagine? I mean,
making it tougher.
I don't know, but put him through the gauntlet. Yeah, I mean, this year he just has to survive, honestly.
What a goal.
I think he clearly is the Bears' best player on offense.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Undeniable. Undeniable.
Well, let's talk about some other positives. I mean, Kyler Gordon is finally coming around.
Yeah,
He's looking pretty good.
He's looking a little better. A little bit better.
Past few weeks, he's been pretty solid. I think he gave up like 3 receptions this week for 7 yards or something.
Vildor Vault shutting people down.
Man, Vildor's been great for his standards. And then Jalen Johnson.
Jalen being back was big. Like, I don't know if Carson was like hurt. You know,
he's
like,
out. He's out
bicep,
for like a month now because he broke his finger
on that one where he high fived Justin Jones or whatever.
They said he's out for like 5 weeks or something.
Going into that game, he had that bicep injury, so I was wondering if that was like keeping him down. But man, he nailed that throw to Curtis Samuel over the middle that he dropped.
The one that he dropped, yeah.
Yeah, and then he nailed that one to that tight end, like deep in their own territory that got them the first down on third and long. So I don't think he was all that hurt, but he was not hitting shit otherwise. Like,
that's Carson Wentz, man. That's what he's turned into.
Yeah, but is it Wentz or is it the defense playing better, or playing well? That the secondaries, dude, that fucking hit that Eddie Jackson laid on Terry McLaurin that popped the ball out that somehow lands back in McLaurin's lap.
Right in his hands.
Was ridiculous. Spun him around, like balls flying out, like it just oblong-shaped things fall funny directions, man, and it fell right back into Terry's lap. Other than that, that's probably another.
That was a game changer. That was like right out of the half too.
Yeah.
They probably would have scooped and scored that, to be honest.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Right.
Man, Eddie Jackson is the one dude I would be very sad to see if they actually if they traded him at the trade deadline or something.
I couldn't see that happening. Trade deadline's like 2 weeks away.
I couldn't either, but that is, I don't know. I love that dude. He's been one of my favorite Bears for a while.
Yeah, I think that's why we harped on him so hard last year, is because he is one of all of our favorite players when he's on, and to see him struggle so much was shitty, and he's fucking tackling hard, like he's playing his ass off. So I definitely have no issues with Eddie. Like maybe he just couldn't stand Nagy and Desai or whatever. I don't know.
What the hell happened to Robert Quinn, man? Robert Quinn's been absolutely terrible.
Mailed it in.
They should have traded him last year.
They should have. I don't know why they kept him around.
Yeah, I don't either. Should have definitely capitalized on a career year.
This now that is one guy that I think will actually be traded, but what you're going to get for him is probably a late day 3 pick at this rate.
Muhammad needs to be traded. That guy's fucking awful.
Probably
got to sack this game, but I know
it's not good.
Saying, he's just suck.
He's
just suck.
Well, we all know America loves it, so your wish is granted. We got the Bears on Monday night playing in Foxborough. I'm going to the game because I love misery, and the Patriots are rolling now.
Happy Zappy.
I hope they play Mac Jones. I think that gives the Bears a shot to win.
Yeah, I think somebody there I saw earlier, some pundits talking about is there a quarterback controversy in New England? They were like, no. I was like, why the hell not, man? They have fucking put up some points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, everyone up here on the radio station is comparing it to the Brady situation unfairly, but it is kind of eerily similar. Bledsoe gets hurt. This kid just comes in and starts lighting it up. Never sees his job again. I don't know, man. I think if Mac is pressing and he's worried about his job, he might try and press it and play this week and be terrible. So
Make some passes to Jaylon Johnson.
A Mac Jones Justin Fields rematch. How about that?
Oh, the team surrounding them's a lot different. A lot different.
I mean, I would be happy with Jacoby Myers, but man, there's not really a whole lot to write home about for the Patriots either,
No,
as
not
far
at
as
all.
weapons are concerned.
Their line is really good though, and their running backs are really good. Well, Stevenson's really good. That is going to be.
You hear that? You hear that, Joe? He just dogged your boy Damian Harris. Dude.
Damian Harris
Damien
stinks.
sucks.
Ramondre is a beast, man. It's a big dude.
He's fine. He's fine. He fumbles a lot.
That's what we need, turnovers. So, Bears going into Foxborough. Fairly big underdogs. I mean, do you guys think they have any shot going into this game at all?
No.
I mean, I personally don't think the Patriots are that good. I think they're a very well coached team. But other than that, I don't think they're very talented.
They're honestly playing better since Zappy took over. Before that, I thought they were dog
Right.
shit.
And that I feel like that happens sometimes though with backup QBs until you get some film on them and put some pressure on them. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the Patriots' plan of attack is. Like I said, I think Mac Jones pressing and trying to play, and this might give the Bears an advantage. Yeah, I don't know. The Patriots are decent. I don't think. Huh?
Is he listed yet at all, or is he have any?
Right now, he's listed as questionable on today's date.
From what I heard last week, the talk up here in New England was that Mac Jones was still a few weeks away, but now they're saying he might try and press and play this game, but no one knows if Belichick will actually let him or just keep rolling with Zappy.
Right.
I mean, personally, if I was the Pat staff, I would keep him in there until they fucking lose because, like you said, they've been killing teams.
Yeah, give Mac extra time. That's what I would be doing too.
I mean, I would give him extra time, but if he keeps putting up 300-yard performances, you can't go back to Mac.
Trade Mac to Atlanta or
The
something.
Bears.
No. That would make me stop watching NFL football, like altogether.
Mac attack. Man, I don't know what the Patriots defense is going to do. The Bears offense, though, I don't think their pass rush is all that great, but
Doesn't matter. The Bears offense can't do crap.
Belichick has a way of confusing young quarterbacks badly.
Maybe we can run the ball. Doubtful, but that'd be cool. Just line up in double tight, I formation, run the freaking ball, or just take three ISOs and then punt. Gain 4 yards and punt. Gain 4 yards, then punt.
Do the Bears have a running back controversy?
I don't know. I got a buddy who keeps saying, "Oh, Khalil Herbert's the best back on the team," but I don't think he is. I just think that he gets better look when he's in the game. I still think that.
Well, did you see Eberflus's latest comments?
No.
He said today that they're going to ride the hot hand at running back, and he kind of noted that Khalil Herbert is averaging almost 2 yards more per carry than Montgomery, a.k.a. hint, hint. And then they only made the starters available today to speak to the media, and it was Khalil Herbert talking to the media, not David Montgomery.
Great. That's going to be great for my fantasy football team.
I mean, they don't really use Montgomery correctly, in my opinion.
They need to use him more as a pat. I don't understand why he only had one reception last game.
He had that little screenplay, and it was like for what, 15 yards or something?
Yeah.
And it looked good.
And Herbert gets more of the zone carries than Montgomery does. And maybe he's better at it, but I don't know.
I hate them. I just hate them all.
Hey man, I'm fine with Khalil Herbert getting more touches. I mean, that's fine with me. But
His pass blocking sucks.
yeah,
Just
And it-
tank for some big offensive lineman, big smelly lineman, and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
you can't get them both, right?
Why not?
Because we don't have two top 5 picks or top 10 picks or whatever.
We're gonna trade to the. We're gonna get the number 1 pick and start trading back and trading back and trading back.
You still need 2 first rounders to do that.
Check out the Patriots' defensive ranks.
The Patriots are allowing 100 and they're allowing 119 rushing yards per game and 233 passing yards per game, combined total for 352 yards, which is 1 yard less than what the Bears are allowing per game.
So they're giving up a lot of yards. Decent amount of yards. They did shut down the Browns' running game last week big time.
They held the Detroit Lions, who were at that time the number 1 offense in the league, to 0 points.
Haha. Hello.
But I mean, other than that, the good offenses that they've played are, they lost to Miami. They gave up 20 points. They beat Pittsburgh, but that wasn't a good offense. They lost to Baltimore, gave up 37 points. They lost to Green Bay, gave up 27 points. So, like, the better offenses, they're giving up points. Well, obviously, we're not that.
I don't know. Like I'm telling you, I don't think they're all that great. I don't know if we'll win, but I don't think we should be blown away by them.
We're not going to win.
Good. We need a better draft pick. Right now, the Bears are sitting at like
12.
12 somehow. There's
Yeah.
like a million
No,
teams
11.
tied, and
11.
it's the strength of schedule.
Yeah. Where's the Dolphins' other pick? There's a couple teams with 2 first rounders. Trying to figure out if the Dolphins are one of them.
The Eagles are.
I guess not. Yeah, Eagles have a top 10 pick right now. The way
The Saints are playing.
the Saints are playing, yeah, they have the 7th pick.
We got a scary looking schedule coming up, though, guys. New England, Dallas, Miami. That looks like 3 more L's in a row to put us on a nice 6-game losing streak.
We're gonna win one of those.
So you're saying we're moving up in the draft order, Joe? Is what you're getting at?
I guess so. If that's what you guys are wanting, I guess you're going to get your wish.
Why would you not want that at this point?
Because I don't like to lose.
You also said you aren't going to watch any more games.
I'm going to watch, but probably not live.
Well,
Probably going to go find something better to do on my Sundays. Like watch the grass grow. Or just watch the paint dry.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
grass
You can
is
do that.
good.
You can do that on Sunday as long as you tune into the Bears on Monday night.
yeah.
Look for me on TV.
Well, now that I know you're going, I will be watching it live, and that's all I'm going to be looking for.
I'm going to be wearing my New England Patriots N'Keal Harry jersey.
Oh, nice.
I don't
Will we
have
see
one of those.
N'Keal Harry in this game?
Absolutely. To the revenge game.
Okay, N'Keal Harry revenge?
I think
will he be the best wide receiver on the field for the Bears?
I think you could probably get one of those, Lucas, for like $10, dude. If you wanted to go to the Patriots store, like pregame, and buy one.
Do you think they still have them there?
Dude, depending on how big the store is. So on that
that's
trip,
funny.
on the trip to Minnesota last week, we stayed right next to the Vikings training facility. Holy shit.
It's nice,
Like,
isn't it?
it's fucking nice, dude. It's like Yeah, it's really nice. It looks brand spanking new too. I don't know how old it is, but like their team store was like right out in front, and then they have like a medical facility. Then they have like a full blown stadium that looks like a small Division III college stadium, for training camp or whatever. But man, nice place. And then the hotel we stayed at was the Omni Viking Lakes hotel. It was super nice hotel. So it was a good time. But that Vikings training center was bananas. I was blown away by it.
Is that close to their actual stadium?
I don't know where Saran Wrap Stadium is. I haven't been by. We didn't drive by it, so I don't know. It's in Eagan, Minnesota, which is like really Minneapolis. I mean, it's literally on the outskirts of
Eagan,
Minnesota. But I didn't drive. I didn't drive by their
The
real
Viking
stadium.
Omni, was it all purple and yellow?
Mm-hmm. Purple
St.
lights,
Omni
not
Hotel.
yellow. It's
St. Omni Hotel.
No, it's not St. Omni. It's Omni Viking Lakes.
You pee
Give
all
me
over
the
that?
address. We got that shit. Nice mapping I did.
You guys got much else for tonight? I don't think
Bears
much else.
lose big.
Yeah.
Big. No way.
Yes, big.
Dude, have you ever seen what the Patriots do to us? I really don't care who's that quarterback. They murder the Bears.
It's gonna be
Lucas,
ugly.
you check in with me about your fucking lock of the century last week, and then tell me about how the Bears are not going to lose big this week.
It's gonna be 28-9. It's gonna be 31-9.
Oh, well.
Three
I don't see.
Cairo Santos field goals.
Chris, honestly, if you were a betting man and you were just obviously you would be mad if you lost the lock of the century, but watching that game, you can't look me in the eye and tell me that I was that far off base about the Bears being better than that team basically all game.
They
That's not
were
the point.
better.
That's not the point. It's not the point. They lost the game.
They did
were
lose the
better.
game, but they kicked the shit out of them, and
Yeah,
that's
I
where
agree.
I was coming
Mad.
from.
That's
They
what
did.
makes me so angry. They were better than the Washington racial slurs. They
What
were
was
they were a lot better.
your score prediction, Lucas? Like 26-13? Like, no, that was mine. I think I said 26. I said
don't think-
24-13.
Yeah,
You had
I
the
said-
over at 24-17 or something like that.
27-17.
27-17. Yeah, they definitely
I mean-
did not score 27 fucking points.
They should have had 21 in the first fucking half, man.
Woulda,
Woulda,
shoulda,
shoulda,
coulda.
coulda. This offense
Ugly,
hasn't shown you
ugly,
anything
ugly.
that you can trust them.
Joe's
I
just
still-
echoing me.
I still blame that on Bayless Jones. I don't care what you guys say. If we muffed it on the sidelines, whatever. If you can't field a fucking punt, get out of here. It's like,
Yeah, but then they get so what? They get the ball at the 5-yard line. Like the Bears get the ball at the 5-yard line. Then they're still they were up what 7-6 at that point.
Washington was not moving that ball on. No way.
I'm just saying, like, there's no.
That game was on.
There was
ice.
plenty of other. You want to blame it on one play type things. There was plenty of other one play blames to go around. Plenty.
Yeah, but if
The
that's
timing
I don't
and
know.
position of that was terrible, but like you said, they should have had 20. Even if they get those 21 first half points, that game is completely out of reach, and Jones can drop the ball all he fucking wants.
I hear you. It's just it's amplified, and that's his one job. He gets on the field for 3 snaps a game, and then he drops up. It just I don't know. Ugly, man.
Why do we
They-
draft this guy with our why do we draft this guy if he's only playing punt return?
Yeah, that's a
He
good
didn't
question, Joe.
even return punts well in college. He
He
returned
didn't
kicks
return
well.
punts at all in college. He returned kicks really well. He didn't return punts at all in college.
That's my point.
Ryan
Well, he
Poles,
didn't like you saying he didn't do it well. He didn't do it like literally at all. He didn't field punts.
That's
So you can't be good or bad at something you don't do.
Ryan Poles, are you stupid?
See if you can get him on the pod. Ask him if he's stupid.
That's the only question I want to ask him. Are you stupid? Why did you draft this guy? Seriously. This is between you and me.
There's a 25 years old, man. Dude, Raul's tweet about hold my cane. That was fucking hilarious. I almost died.
Hold my cane.
Hold my cane.
Put
So Bears are an 8-point dog. I think it opened at 6.5 or 7.
Patriots cover
7.5 on FanDuel.
Over under. Okay. Over under is 40, unless Lucas has a different line.
39.
Obviously, every book's going to have something different. So if you want to gamble on this fucking team, you're an idiot. But do your research. I'm just looking at DraftKings right now. So, yeah, if it's going to go over, it's going to be all Patriots going over. But what they score 29 on Detroit, worst defense in football. So I still think it goes under. They could win 29-10, and it still goes fucking under.
What about some positive regression for the Bears? Some of these TDs go their way. I just don't think they'll be blown out.
Dude, like that Vikings game, that second half, man, or late second quarter, second half was way better. I mean, when was the last time you saw the Bears end half with a touchdown and started half with a touchdown? Like, that's a never. So,
But how much of that was the Vikings just letting their foot off the gas?
who gives a fuck, man? It's the second quarter, dude. You can't just do that. The Vikings have lost way too many of those types of games to let their foot off of anything, dude.
The Vikings are a 5-1 football team. I don't want to hear it.
The Giants are a 5-1 football team.
We lost to two
The
5-1 football teams.
The Packers have lost to the Jets and the Giants, dude. How about that?
Oh, the Jets is what happens when you get some high draft picks and you hit on them, Joe.
Sauce
Gardner.
Explain the Giants to us.
I can't explain to you the Giants. Their fucking defense is really good.
Martindale.
And they have Saquon. That's what I don't get. All these Dayball homers is like their offense sucks. It's Saquon and Wink Martindale's defense. And then he draws up a few Nagy plays every now and then.
I wanted to look at like where they rank and shit. No, that's 2020. I want 2022, fuckers. Okay. Where's some stats? I got no stats, bros. So they have. Man, this doesn't tell me rankings. I wish it did. That sucks. Oh wait, here we. Nope. Fucking shit. Yes, so 1,900 total plays, 427, 1,900 total yards. What's their points per game? They're averaging 5 yards a carry. Whew.
And their O-line's not as bad as I thought it was either. Pretty good at run blocking.
Oh, here we go. League rank offense, 25th in yards, 18th in points for, 5th in turnovers. That's a big one. 15th in first downs, 29th in pass attempts. Literally doing nothing.
Just run
30,
the ball.
31st in pass yards.
Their
But
defense
listen to this. They are 5th in rushing attempts, 4th in rushing yards, 4th in rushing TDs, and 8th in yards per attempt.
I mean, even then, you can say the Giants have hit on some of their top picks lately, too. I mean, Dexter Lawrence all of a sudden looks like he's what they drafted him to be. I mean,
Julian Love
Thibodeau
looks
looks
fantastic.
good. Their linemen look pretty good. So, yeah, good drafting will get you places. We need that pick, Joseph. We need that pick.
Dude, we haven't had picks for fucking years.
Yeah, we got to build some picks up.
It's my point, man.
I would trade
Well,
back, man. Trade them all back. Joe, would you take Will Anderson top 5, or would you like just take whatever best offensive player goes, or like what do you think? Like, say we had the third pick, and the first two were like quarterback
QBs.
and whatever, quarterback.
Yeah, I'd take Will Anderson.
I would too. He's that good.
Yeah, you take generational talent when it's there.
Yeah, I would take Will Anderson for sure.
Not to go too
Especially
far.
go ahead.
I was going to say not to get too far into the deep end, but with this deep of an offensive line free agent class and this many, there's a lot of top tier free agents. You know, if the Bears buy their offensive line per se, gives yourself a lot more flexibility in the draft to take a guy like Will Anderson or whatever instead of saying, "Oh my God, we suck! Like our line sucks. We need to take a lineman here." You know, if this is the year the Bears spend big in free agency, it'll give them way more flexibility in the draft to just take the best player available and not have to worry about it.
We need so much help that really any player at the top end of the draft will be helpful. Whether it's Will Anderson on the edge, whether it's an offensive lineman, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a linebacker, golly.
What do we know about this Eric McCoy fella from the Saints? The center.
Not much.
I mean, you could build an entire offensive line if like everybody made it to free agency. You get Quentin Nelson, Orlando Brown.
Wait, Quentin Nelson's a free agent?
Yeah, that's what it says.
No, he just signed a big deal.
Did he sign? That's what I thought too. I don't know what if this list is old. Eric McCoy, center. Jack Conklin, tackle. Elton Jenkins, tackle. And there's your entire offensive line.
Mitch Morse, center.
Well, not if you sign that other guy's a center from the Saints. Let's
I forgot about him.
So yeah, and then Deron Payne, you need to get a defensive tackle. Bradley Chubb. Juju Smith-Schuster is like the best. Dude, they should sign. Go ahead.
Deron Payne would be awesome in Eberflus defense. I love that guy. Joe would love him too. Bring the pain. Bama boy.
Yep. It'll be tough to beat the Patriots in Foxborough, I feel like. So what do you think then, Lucas? What's your score prediction?
24-20, New England.
Joseph?
Yeah, I'm going to go 31-9.
I am going to go 27-16.
How many rush yards does Ramondre Stevenson have?
132.
2 touchdowns?
400.
That'd be awesome if these teams could combine for over 400 rushing yards.
Man, it'd be awesome if the Padres could hit at all. Jeez.
Yes, sir. All right. And that's all I got for tonight. That's all I got, folks.
Oh, we got.
What you wrote. Another shitty week of Bears football is going to be upon us pretty soon. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play clear the way to the top draft pick. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Put up a fight with the might so fearlessly. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation. With your T formation, bear down, Chicago Bears. And let them know while you're wearing the crown. You're the pride and joy of Illinois. Chicago Bears, bear down all the way to the top draft pick.